What's good, Knicks fans? Welcome to the latest edition of Knicks Latest. Game 6 is tonight. I'm going to give you my keys to the game, but before we do that, make sure you subscribe to the channel, okay? We're trying to build a whole Knicks community here with Knicks fans. Hopefully, eventually be able to go live after games, do recaps there with your voice involved in the show. I don't want it to just be me talking to the camera. I want to be able to have conversations with Knicks fans. So make sure you subscribe. Make sure you like the video. Make sure you comment on the video so that we can have a conversation, so that we can build a community together going forward. We did start this channel a little late in the season. We are fairly new, but we will get going. The subscriber count will, it will tick up a little bit, and we'll be fine. All right? I'm Josh Rodriguez. You can follow me everywhere at Josh_Rodriguez_. We'll have a handle for the show soon. I'm sure about that, and I will give you that where you can follow updates on the show, on the Knicks, all that good stuff. But let's get into my Game 6 preview and the keys to the game. First key to the game for me is the Knicks got to get out and run, right? Obviously, something's wrong in the half court. They are putting the center on Josh Hart. It's been something that Tom Thibodeau just hasn't been able to figure out all season. I don't know what it is. They just have not been good in the half court offensively with this starting unit. They have not been trying new sets. I understand you have Tobias Harris guarding Karl-Anthony Towns. Maybe you can isolate him in the post, but Towns is more special, or I should say what makes Towns special is when he's able to pick and pop, hit threes. His ability to hit the three ball as a big man and stretch the defense, that's what makes Cat special. So you throwing him in the post, might be a little counterintuitive. Jalen Brunson dribbling out the shot clock. It's been a problem, but I think that the way you can fix this is if you get out and run, even on makes. I know that they're pressuring full court. I know it's easier said than done, but if the Knicks can just get the ball out quickly, run down the court, even on makes before the Pistons set their defense up, have them scrambling, I think that they could have more success in the half court. So if I'm Tom Thibodeau, I'm preaching pace. This Knicks team is too talented. They are more talented than the Detroit Pistons to keep up with them in any aspect of the game when it comes to shooting the basketball or anything skilled, right? If the Pistons slow down this game and muck it up, that's where they have you. And it's not like the Knicks can't play that. They can play that game, but the only way the Pistons can beat the Knicks is if they do that. And if I'm Tom Thibodeau, I'm running the ball at every chance we can get. I'm getting into quick action. I'm not walking the ball up and looking for mismatches, just scamming screens all over the place. Let's get into our actions quickly. Let's get Karl-Anthony Towns in the pick and roll up top. Let's make something happen with Jalen Brunson and Karl-Anthony Towns, or let's push the basketball and give our chances to OG Anunoby and Mikal Bridges on the wing to do something. Push the ball forward. Let's run the ball. This team looks really good when they're in transition. They don't run a lot. It's one of the slowest paced teams in the league, which is weird because they look really good when they actually do run. I think that should be a point of emphasis. Faster pace, run the basketball, get in transition as often as possible, and run even on makes. Do not walk the ball up. It's killing the Knicks team. It's killing the offense. The half-court offense has not figured out a way, especially the starting unit, has not figured out a way how to attack defenses when the big is on Josh Hart and the small is on Karl-Anthony Towns. They haven't figured it out. Tibbs has had all season to figure it out. He has not. So, to me, that is the key to the game, how the Knicks operate in the half-court, and I think a way you do that is higher pick and rolls of Karl-Anthony Towns, quicker action, and transition buckets. Another key to the game, the bench has to show up, specifically Deuce McBride. The Knicks are getting absolutely nothing from the bench, scoring-wise. Now, Mitch has been good. He's been decent. He's really good in Game 5. But scoring the basketball, they're going to need some punch off the bench. Deuce has not been shooting the ball well at all. He's in the 20s field goal percentage. I think he's shooting 25% from three. That's horrible for a guy who's supposed to come off the bench and, I wouldn't say change the game, but give you some life offensively. I don't know if at this point Tibbs goes to Landry Shamet instead of Deuce, but at this, I might be open to that. I love Deuce McBride. I think he could be a game changer, but he's just not hitting shots. He's not. So for me, if I'm Tom Thibodeau and we're in Game 6, I don't know if it's a must. I wouldn't say it's a must win because your season's not on the line, but you don't want to go to a Game 7. Give someone else a shot. I might be looking at Landry Shamet here instead of Deuce McBride, or an earlier leash with Deuce McBride. Landry finished the season off strong. He does have the ability to shoot the three ball. He's a little inconsistent, but right now, what are you getting from Deuce that's going to justify the minutes that he's getting? I don't know, and I love Deuce, so I hope that he can turn it around. Maybe, you put him in different situations where he can gain his confidence slowly. But right now it's game 6 in a series where the Knicks look like they're being out-hustled and outplayed. They're 3-2 right now, but the series could be 3-2 the other way, if we're being honest. So I don't think there's time to play around. I think that maybe you go to Landry Shamet early to see if you can get a spark there, and if you don't, maybe you revert back to Deuce. But the bench has to get going because they cannot continue to win basketball games with just their starting 5 contributing points. It's just a recipe for disaster. All great teams have some sort of bench contributing, and the Knicks just don't have that. And last but not least, key to the game, all series have been doing a decent job at it, but it's cutting the head of the snake, which is Cade Cunningham. You can't have Cade going. This offense for the Pistons has not been doing well either. I think the Knicks have been playing really good defense. And the reason why the Knicks haven't been blown out or the Pistons have taken a 3-2 series lead is because the Pistons have been struggling. They have to continue cutting off the head of the snake. I like it better when the Knicks are pressuring Cade Cunningham. We're on screens. Karl-Anthony Towns is meeting him at even level. They're not dropping back. I would like to see them be a little more aggressive, I would say, when it comes to the screens with Cade Cunningham. I think they're giving him too much room. But OG Anunoby on Cade Cunningham, to me, that's the key matchup to everything. If they can shut down Cade Cunningham in a way that they did in some parts of the series, I mean, Cade has gone off on other parts as well, it gives you a chance, right? If Cade is 30, 10, and 10 and finding players for 3 and the Pistons are hitting their threes, it's going to be a long night. They might get blown out. So first and foremost, cut the head off of the snake, which is Cade Cunningham. If he has a mediocre night, chances are you're going to win. Now, I know that's a little reductive, but I don't know where the rest of the Pistons offense is going to come from if Cade is not having a good night. Yes, sometimes Tim Hardaway Jr. goes crazy. He might have 6 or 7 threes. Tobias Harris has had a good series. Malik Beasley has not shot well. Maybe he's due. I don't know. But cut off the head of the snake, you should win this game. My prediction, I don't think the Knicks are going to win this game. I don't think this team is tough enough. We've watched them all year. It is what it is, right? This team is not tough enough. This is not the same team as last year. I have a hard time believing that a team that dropped Game 5 at home in the manner that they did is now going to go on the road in an environment where the fans are hungry, where the fans feel cheated from the last time they were in Detroit, with a team that is as confident as the Detroit Pistons, that is as hungry as the Detroit Pistons, and go into their building and get a victory. I just don't see it happening. I think this series is going 7. I don't feel good about that. I don't feel good about my prediction, but that's just my gut feeling going into today. I think the Pistons win. I think the Pistons win by like 8 points. I don't think it's like one of those last possession type games. I hope I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, you will see me tomorrow and we'll be celebrating together. But let me know what you think in the comments. Who do you think wins the game? Who do you think is the player of the game, the X factor? What do you think needs to happen for the Knicks to win tonight in Game 6 in Detroit? Again, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you follow me on Twitter at Josh_Rodriguez_. Comment. I want to use your comments for future episodes as well. We're trying to build a community here of Knicks fans on Knicks Latest. So good luck to the New York Knicks. Enjoy watching Game 6, Knicks fans. I will see you tomorrow for another episode of Knicks Latest. Peace.